Chapter 831. When the man in the suit saw several people attacking him, he reluctantly glanced at the fallen snow wolf, then turned around and ran into the vast snow forest. Damn, if you run fast, if I want to catch you, I have to take your skin off. Seeing that the man in the suit escaped, Cheng Kun spat fiercely. Ow! Swalang fell at David's feet, looking at David with pleading eyes, as if begging David not to kill it. David and the snow wolf looked at each other, and there was a hint of unbearableness in their hearts. Although this snow wolf is a beast, it is obvious that this snow wolf already has a mind, can understand people's words, and can think for himself. Such a big snow wolf, beast pills must be very precious. Cheng Kun came over at this time, waving a knife in his hand, saying that he was about to chop down. Swalang was seriously injured at this time, and he had no ability to resist and could not escape. Just when David was hesitating whether to save the snow wolf or not, with a sudden ding, Cheng Kun's knife was blocked. Cheng Kun, this snow wolf is not from your family, do you want to swallow the beast pill alone? It was Xian Yuankai who blocked Cheng Kun's knife. Cheng Kun's face was angry. Xian Yuankai, what do you want? Whoever killed this snow wolf, whoever killed the beast pill. Now this snow wolf has become meat on the chopping board, without the ability to resist, any person can kill it with one knife. According to your words, is it that I kill this snow wolf with one sword now, the beast pill is me of. Xian Yuankai took advantage of the gap in his speech, and suddenly stabbed the snow wolf lying on the ground with a sword. Xian Yuankai, you despicable villain! Seeing this, Cheng Kun hurriedly swung his sword towards Swan Yuankai, forcing Swan Yuankai to withdraw the sword. For a time, Cheng Kun and Xian Yuankai were fighting together, and the men they brought were all surrounded in an instant, setting up a battle one by one. Brother Kun, Brother Kai, don't fight the two of you. If you kill me for a wolf now, no one will be able to leave here, then the evil cultivator won't let us go easily. Zhao Chuang saw that the two were fighting, so he ran over to persuade them. Hearing Zhao Chuang mention Xieshu, Cheng Kun and Xian Yuankai separated immediately after punching each other. If the two of them really fight, they will definitely be killed or injured, so that evil cultivator will take advantage of it. Swan Yuankai, don't think that I'm afraid of you, I just don't want that evil cultivator to come to a fisherman to benefit. When I leave Suolong Island, I'm going to compete with you. Cheng Kun said arrogantly. Okay, I'll accompany you to the end. Xian Yuankai did not show weakness. Brother Kun, Brother Kai, there must be some beasts that have fallen. You don't have to fight for a snow wolf. The big deal is that the beast's pill will have a share, so I don't want it, I'll give it to you. When Zhao Chuang saw the two people stopped, he hurriedly persuaded them again. Cheng Kun and Xian Yuankai looked at each other and nodded at the same time. Okay. Young Master Cheng, Young Master Xian Yuan, our Qin family came earlier than all of you. Shouldn't this beast pill also belong to my Qin family? At this time, Qin Xiaoxian stepped forward and asked. Go away, your Qin family is a piece of SHT, are you worthy of sharing things with us? Cheng Kun was already angry and had nowhere to vent, but now Qin Xiaoxian took the initiative to come to the door. Cheng Kun could only scold him for being angry. Qin Xiaoxian was scolded by Cheng Kun, a young man in his early 20s, at a young age. He suddenly felt a little overwhelmed on his face, but he was angry in his heart and couldn't say anything at the moment. With his current strength and the few people he brought, can't deal with the people of Thunder Gate at all. What's more, if there is a fight, Zhao Chuang of Wuying Villa will definitely help, and Xian Yuankai of the Xian Yuan family may also take action. Chapter 832. At that time, when the Qin family faced the siege of the three families, there was no chance of winning at all. Okay, let's go, let's go. Qin Xiaoxian gritted his teeth, his face was gloomy and terrifying, and finally turned around and took the person away. Second brother, these hairy boys are too crazy. If this continues, we are afraid that we will not be able to get anything on the island, and there is no way to avenge the revenge of the elder brother." When Qin Xiaotian saw that his second brother was scolded and ran away, he couldn't help complaining. Qin Xiaoxian didn't say a word, his face was extremely blue, and his body was filled with murderous aura. After being silent for a while, he gritted his teeth and said, let's go find that evil cultivator. As long as we unite, we don't have to be afraid of those hairy boys." Qin Xiaoxian also discovered that the man in the suit was also a martial artist, and now that his identity was discovered, he would definitely hide. If the man in the suit can be found and the two sides unite, the two Wuzongs on their side will not have to be afraid of Cheng Kun and Xuan Yuankai. Even if the three of them join forces, they can still fight. Second brother, cooperate with Xieshu. Qin Xiaotian was startled when he heard it. If this were to spread, their Qin family would cooperate with Xieshu, fearing that they would be scolded for the rest of their lives. This island is uninhabited, no one will know, it's a big deal to use that guy, just do him. Qin Xiaoxian made a gesture of wiping his neck, his eyes were full of sternness. On the other side, after Cheng Kun and Xuan Yuankai reached an agreement, they came over with weapons, and the two of them were going to kill the snow wolf together. But just after the two raised their weapons, David stopped them. Can you give me this snow wolf?" David asked. "You also want to share this beast pill?" Cheng Kun said in a stunned manner. David shook his head, "I'm not looking for a beast pill, I'm looking at the poor snow wolf and wanting to save its life." Seeing that David actually wanted to save Swalang, Cheng Kun and Xuan Yuankai burst into laughter. "What do you think of yourself? The Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva who saves the suffering? This snow wolf is just a beast, yet you think he is pitiful? I think your kid is murderous, and you must have killed people. You even kill people, and you are still pitiful, a wolf." Cheng Kun sneered. "Some people may not be stronger than a wolf. As long as you two promise not to kill this snow wolf, I can exchange things with you." David didn't want to use force to save Swalang. With David's current strength, it was not enough to deal with the attack of the two families. It must be known that among the people brought by the two families, each family had a Wuzong, and that Xuan Yuankai was still a big one. The strength of the master's peak, if you really want to do it, David may not be able to win. What's more, David wanted to preserve his strength. He came to find Long Jing, not to fight. "What do you want in exchange?" Xuan Yuankai came to ask, interested. David pondered for a while, knowing that these two are wealthy families, and ordinary things will definitely not be in their eyes, so he said, "How about 2 pulp washing pills? I will use 2 washing pulp pills for this snow wolf." Cleansing marrow pill. Cheng Kun and Xuan Yuankai were both startled, and then their eyes widened. You must know that washing marrow pills are a must for a warrior to step into the world of immortal cultivation. Not everyone can step into the world of immortal cultivation, and not every warrior can cultivate immortals. It is necessary to reshape the body with the marrow washing pill to see if it can sense the spiritual energy of the heavens and the earth. If it can sense the spiritual energy of the heaven and earth, then you can practice the mind method and absorb the spiritual energy for your own use. Although the refining of the pill is not difficult, it is a pity that there are fewer and fewer alchemists now, not to mention that there are fewer alchemists capable of refining the pill, and this pill is necessary for every hidden wealthy family. The things that lead to the shortage of supply, so it will appear extremely precious. Chapter 833. Do you really have the pill? Take it out and show it to us. If you really have the pill, we can give you Swalang. Xuan Yuankai asked impatiently. I don't have it now, but when I go back, I will definitely give it to you. David said sincerely. Paralyzed, you're playing with us. When the hot Cheng Kun heard this, the knife in his hand slashed directly at David. Seeing this, Zaira behind David hurried forward to block the knife in Cheng Kun's hand. At present, only Zaira's strength can help a group of David, while Sonia and Gulinger's strength is too low. Zhao Chuang, who was on the side, saw Zaira's action, and immediately stepped forward to block in the middle. Brother Kun, don't worry, listen to him slowly. Since I said that I would use the marrow washing pill in exchange, I will definitely give you the marrow washing pill when I go back. I am the owner of the Medicine God Valley, how could I lie to you? David said with a serious face, it didn't look like a joke at all. Master of Medicine God Valley. Everyone was stunned. They couldn't believe that David, at his age, would be the master of Yaishin Valley. Boy, you can't even tell if Kyoking lie. I know that Yaishengu. How can you be the owner of Yaishengu at your age? Lie to a 3-year-old child. Cheng Kun obviously didn't believe it. Brother Chen will not lie, he will do what he promised. Zaira glared at Cheng Kun and roared. David is her savior, and Zaira will not ignore others saying that David is a liar. Brother Kun, I don't think this Brother Chen is a liar, you just trust him once, it's a big deal, I will protect you from Shadowless Villa. If he can't wash the marrow pill for you after returning, I will go and find 2 for you. Seeing that Zaira was angry, Zhao Chuang couldn't bear it, so he helped David to speak. Zhao Chuang, I think your kid is fascinated by women, and you have called Brother Chen the Fkook. Do you know who this kid is? You dare to bail him? Cheng Kun looked at Zhao Chuang, dumbfounded. Brother Kun, don't care who it is, isn't it just a snow wolf, even if you take out the beast pill, it's not too precious, and there must be other beasts on this island, you should raise your hand. Zhao Chuang begged to Cheng Kun lowly. Looking at Zhao Chuang like that, Cheng Kun finally sighed, okay, I'm looking at your face, I believe this kid will be for a while, if he doesn't wash the marrow after going back, I can't spare him. Thank you, Brother Kun. After Zhao Chuang finished speaking, he looked at Xian Yuan Kai, Brother Kai, what do you mean? Cheng Kun has agreed, what else can I say? Xian Yuan Kai smiled helplessly, and then continued, Zhao Chuang, I tell you boy, don't be sincere, or you don't know how you died. Brother Kai, I have my own measure, thank you. Zhao Chuang bowed his hands towards Xian Yuan Kai. Cheng Kun and Swan Yuan Kai took the people away, while Zhao Chuang looked at David and said, Brother Chen, now Swalang is yours. I have to say that this kid Zhao Chuang probably has social cattle bee disease. No matter who David is, when he sees Zaira calling Brother Chen, he also calls directly. However, Zhao Chuang's actions just now really gave David a lot of goodwill. Although this guy is glib and sloppy, he doesn't have any bad intentions. Thank you. David followed Zhao Chuang and thanked him. Brother Chen, why are you being polite to me? You are Zaira's eldest brother, and my eldest brother. When Zhao Chuang said this, he glanced at Zaira, which made Zaira blushed, and turned his head away from him. Sonia and Gulinger looked at Zaira's expression, they knew that Zaira, a girl with little experience, would soon be confused by Zhao Chuang's actions. Not to mention Zaira, even the 2 of them would have a headache to meet such a stalker, I don't know what to do. Chapter 834. David squatted down slowly, gently stroking Swalang's blackened abdomen with one hand, and a spiritual force slowly entered Swalang's body, forcing all the evil spirits in the body out of the body. Swalang seemed to know that David was treating himself, so he lay motionless and let David touch him. Soon, the snow wolf's abdomen changed back to its snow-white appearance, and slowly began to stand up. Shaking the snow on his body, Swalang looked at David with grateful eyes. Oh wow! Swalang raised his head and roared, as if to thank David. Okay, your body is all right, you can go, don't be found in the future. David patted Swalang's head and said. Swalang let out a whimper, and then rubbed against David's leg. You don't want to go? David asked in a low voice, looking at Swalang like that. Snow Wolf nodded. This Snow Wolf really understands human nature, and can actually understand people's words. When Gulinger saw David speak, Swalang could understand it, and she said excitedly, "This snow wolf is very good, but its size is too scary. If it is bitten, it is estimated that its head will be lost." Sonia looked at the snow wolf in front of her. Although the snow wolf did not show any hostility, Sonia still felt a little scared. That snow wolf seemed to understand Sonia's words, hurriedly lay down and rubbed his body in front of Sonia. Just like the little wolf dog at home, he kept rubbing his head against Sonia's calf. Sonia was startled at first, but seeing that Swalang was very well behaved, she slowly reached out and touched it. Swalang's pure white hair was very silky and warm in her hand. The more Sonia touched, the more she liked it, and finally she squatted down and pressed her face tightly to Swalang's body, suddenly feeling the warmth around her body. "You!" Swalang kept putting his head on Sonia, and Sonia instantly understood what Swalang meant. Slowly separating her legs, Sonia rode on Swalang's body. Immediately afterwards, Swalang held up Sonia and began to run on the snow. The wind whistled, Sonia grabbed Swalang's hair tightly with both hands, the whole person was so excited that she screamed with joy. Seeing this, Gulinger and Xiaoru immediately chased after them. "I ride for a while, I ride for a while!" Gulinger and Xiaoru shouted. Soon, Sonia ran down, Gulinger sat up, and then changed to Xiaoru. The three girls had a great time playing with Swalang. David laughed helplessly when he saw this scene. He understood that the snow wolf was too cunning. In order to keep it for himself, he was trying to coax women into happiness in advance. After all, women are now the masters of the house. After playing for a while, the three girls came back with the snow wolf. As soon as they saw David, Sonia took the lead and said, "David, this snow wolf is here, you can't drive it away." "Yes, you can't drive it away, otherwise the three of us will follow Swalang, not with you." Gulinger threatened David. "Brother Chen, this Swalang is so nice, just stay." Xiaoru also began to plead for Swalang. David looked at the three girls with a look of helplessness. Things have come to such a point that they are not popular anymore. David glanced at the snow wolf, and he actually saw a bit of pride in the snow wolf's eyes. Obviously this is the strategy used by the snow wolf. "Okay, let Swalang stay." David nodded. The three girls were overjoyed. With Swalang, the journey will not be too boring, and they can ride on Swalang when they are tired, which is much more comfortable. Zhao Chuang led people to follow David and they set off towards the hinterland of Suolong Island. This time Xiaoru was not chasing Zhao Chuang away, and David did not say anything. Chapter 835. On the other side, the man in the suit lost Swalang's beast pill and was besieged by Cheng Kun and Xian Yuankai, feeling extremely depressed. He is now facing a breakthrough. If he can get more beast pills, he may be able to break through to the realm of the 4th grade martial arts. If he is lucky, he can get the legendary Longjing, and maybe break through to the peak of the martial arts. Thinking of this, the eyes of the man in the suit showed fanaticism. All evil cultivators have an incomparable desire for strength, otherwise they would not take the risk to practice sorcery. Squeak! A snow rat squeaked and ran quickly in front of the man in the suit. The man in the suit suddenly slapped it with a palm, and a suffocating aura shot out from his palm instantly, hitting the galloping snow rat in the middle. The snow mouse was killed, and the man in the suit picked up the snow mouse and squeezed his hands slightly. Scoff! Snow Mouse's body was torn in half by the man in the suit, and blood splattered all over his body, but the man in the suit didn't care at all. A little finger-sized, crystal-clear beast pill fell out of the Snow Mouse's head. I didn't expect this little Snow Mouse to have a beast pill. It seems that this Dragon Island is really a good place. The man in the suit picked up the beast pill with a look of surprise on his face. But just as the man in the suit was about to put away the beast pill, he saw Qin Xiaoxian walking towards him with someone. The man in the suit frowned, opened his mouth and threw the beast pill into his mouth, then put on a posture and cautiously looked at Qin Xiaoxian, who came over. "Young man, don't be nervous, we don't have any malice, I don't know what to call you," Qin Xiaoxian said hurriedly when he saw that the other party was full of hostility. The man in the suit glanced at it and found that only the Qin family came over, and he didn't see anyone else, so he relaxed a little. "What you up to?" The man in the suit did not tell Qin Xiaoxian what his name was, but asked Qin Xiaoxian back. "Young man, you can also see that the three families of Thunder Gate, Xian Yuan family and Wuying Villa are united together. No one else can get any resources from Suolong Island, then Swalang will be divided up by them, but there is no Qin family. So I hope to cooperate with you and deal with them together, otherwise we won't get anything, and you will be killed," Qin Xiaoxian said bluntly. The man in the suit was stunned for a moment, and then cautiously said, "I am an evil cultivator, you dare to cooperate with me? You must know that no one wants to have any relationship with the evil cultivator, otherwise they will be despised by the martial arts world. Why don't you dare? This inaccessible Suolong Island, just us, who knows how we cooperate? When you leave Suolong Island, you take your Yangguan Road, I'll cross my single plank bridge, just stop contacting." Qin Xiaoxian didn't take it seriously. The man in the suit frowned slightly, looked at Qin Xiaoxian and thought about it carefully, then nodded and said, "Okay, I promise to cooperate with you." "Okay, after we cooperate, we don't have to be afraid of the three of them anymore." Qin Xiaoxian laughed. The man in the suit held the snow mouse in his hand and handed half of it to Qin Xiaoxian. "The flesh and blood of this beast is a great supplement. After 3 days in Suolong Island, there is no way to supplement it." After the man in the suit finished speaking, he directly picked up the other half of the snow mouse and ate it. His mouth was full of blood, and the man in the suit didn't care at all. Qin Xiaoxian, who was on the side, almost vomited when he saw this scene. He had never eaten like this before. Qin Xiaoxian looked at the man in the suit and smiled, and began to eat in a big mouth. It's just that Qin Xiaoxian's eyes were a bit smug. He formed an alliance with the man in the suit, but it was an expedient measure. On the day when he left the island, he would find a way to get rid of the man in the suit, otherwise the news spread, and the Qin family would follow him. Cooperating with evil cultivators, the ancestors of the Qin family will not spare him. Chapter 836. Although the men in suits are good, it's a pity that they are still younger and don't understand the dangers of the world. After eating the snow mouse, the man in the suit continued to walk forward, and Qin Xiaoxian led the others to follow. Now that the two sides have formed an alliance, the man in the suit has ignored the Qin family. In his opinion, except Qin Xiaoxian, who is a master of Wuzong, the others in the Qin family are just great masters, and they have no threat to him at all. Along the way, the man in the suit stopped and walked, frowning slightly from time to time, as if he was thinking about something. "Second brother, what is this guy doing? Why are you suspicious? Form an alliance with him, stop cheating. We haven't caught anything along the way." Qin Xiaoxian looked at the man in the suit and said with dissatisfaction. Qin Xiaoxian waved his hand and interrupted Qin Xiaoxian, "You know the SHT, this time we may have a big surprise." Qin Xiaoxian knew that the man in the suit was definitely looking for the legendary dragon. If he could find the dragon and get the dragon crystal, then this trip would be worthwhile. Many people lock up the Dragon Island, but they just want to find some medicinal herbs and animal pills. Few people have the idea of that dragon crystal. After all, this is just a legend. Whether you can actually encounter a giant dragon is all luck. Just when Qin Xiaoxian and Qin Xiaotian were talking, the man in the suit took out something similar to a compass from his pocket. The needle on the compass began to spin rapidly, and finally stopped slowly. At the moment when the compass needle stopped, a cloud of black air flew out of the compass, and then quickly disappeared in the direction where the needle stopped. When the man in the suit saw this, his face was happy, and he immediately chased after him. Seeing this, Qin Xiaoxian hurriedly waved, "Follow up." At this time on the other side, David took Sonia and the others, holding the map and constantly walking towards the place where the ice dragon might exist. Because of the existence of the snow wolf, the three girls did not feel boring. If they were tired, they would ride on the snow wolf. They did not encounter any beasts along the way. Maybe they smelled the smell of the snow wolf. Far away. "Xiaoru, are you cold? I'll give you the clothes." "Xiao, are you hungry? I have chocolates with me. This is the most stamina for you. Here." Along the way, Zhao Chuang cared about Xiaoru meticulously, which made Sonia and Gulinger envious. "Zhao Chuang, I want to eat chocolate too, won't you give us points?" Gulinger asked jokingly. Along the way, Sonia and Gulinger always teased Zhao Chuang, and Zhao Chuang also took the opportunity to curry favor with them. "What did Sister Linger say? Of course you all have a share." Zhao Chuang ordered his men to take out the chocolate. This guy knows that Suolong Island is difficult, so he has brought a lot of good things to his subordinates, and he can be regarded as making Sonia and Gulinger happy along the way. "I don't know how long it will take, the cold is getting more and more pressing, many people can't resist the cold, and they are shivering all over. If you know this, they will come wearing thick clothes." Sonia, the three girls, all hugged Snow Wolf tightly, feeling that the temperature of the fur on Snow Wolf's body could be better. Zhao Chuang was a bit miserable, wrapped several pieces of his men's clothes, but it was still freezing. Trembling. Soon, David's consciousness seemed to detect something, so he quickened his pace, and the others hurriedly ran. After running for a while, a deep pool of about 2,000 or 3,000 square meters appeared in front of everyone. The calm pool was shimmering with silver light under the sunlight. Chapter 837. The water in the pool was ink-colored, as if it was poisoned and polluted, and it also exuded bursts of gloomy and cold air. "In such a cold place, why isn't this pool of water frozen?" Gulinger looked at the ink-like pool of water and said very doubtfully. "Look, there is someone in the pool." At this moment, Xiaoru screamed. David and the others followed the prestige, and sure enough, in the middle of the pool, there was a large raised rock, about 4 or 5 square meters in size, but at this time, on the large rock, there was a figure sitting cross-legged. "Isn't this the evil cultivator? How did this kid find this place? Is there really a dragon here?" Zhao Chuang recognized the person on the stone and said in surprise. At this time, the man in the suit sat cross-legged on the stone in the middle of the pool, and around them, bursts of black mist continued to rise from the pool. These black mists were actually sucked into the body by the man. Seeing this scene, Zhao Chuang's face changed a little with fright. After all, he had never seen such a scene before, it was like the devil came. David's brows were furrowed. It seemed that the evil cultivator also suspected that the ice dragon might be in this deep pool, so he was absorbing the cold air of the pool water to draw the ice dragon out. As the man in the suit above the big stone not only absorbed the yin in the pool water, the originally very calm pool water actually appeared a ripple at this time, followed by layers of waves hitting the big stone in the middle. It seems that he is expressing his dissatisfaction. However, the man in the suit didn't seem to care, he still closed his eyes and sat there, the black mist on his body became more and more concentrated. At this moment, Qin Xiaoxian took the Qin family to hide behind a stone. They had already noticed that David and the others were coming, but they did not show up. Although it was the best time to kill David at this time, Cheng Kun and Xian Yuankai did not follow, only the people from Shadowless Villa followed David. Qin Xiaoxian was sure to kill David, but he did not do so. The most important thing now is to draw out the ice dragon and take out the dragon crystal. If Qin Xiaoxian fought against David for revenge at this time, it would definitely consume a lot of energy. If there is an ice dragon at that time, wouldn't it be cheap for someone else? Suddenly, a dragon roar resounded in the pool, and this dragon chant made the entire pool feel like it was boiling. With this dragon roar, the man in the suit on the big rock suddenly opened his eyes and stood up slowly. As the man in the suit got up, shocking waves rose in the pool. At this time, the man in the suit showed a solemn look on his face. Wow! There was a sound of water, and a faucet suddenly appeared in the pool of water, and it opened its mouth wide and headed towards the man in the suit. Seeing this scene, everyone was shocked, and even David couldn't help but widen his eyes. He never thought that there really was a dragon. The man in the suit frowned slightly, his whole body stomped abruptly, his body suddenly rose into the air, and he jumped up several meters high, trying to avoid the ice dragon's attack. But the ice dragon didn't seem to let go of the man in the suit, and his entire body jumped out of the water, with his mouth open tightly, and followed behind the man in the suit. At this time, everyone could see the whole picture of the ice dragon. The whole body of the ice dragon was actually transparent, as if it was composed of huge ice blocks. Its body was about 5 or 6 feet long, and a red light flashed on its head. Something, it should be Long Jing. This is not a real dragon. After David saw the whole picture of icy cold, he immediately discovered that it was not a dragon at all, but was condensed by some kind of formation or some kind of spiritual tool. Just like David's dragon-slaying sword, he can use his spiritual power to transform into flames of various shapes, but those are all illusory and not real. Chapter 838. And the ice dragon in front of him, which is composed of countless ice cubes, is obviously like this, and it is not a real dragon at all. But inside the ice dragon's head, the sparkling red dragon crystal actually exists. Maybe now the ice dragon is being driven by this dragon crystal. David stared at the ice dragon, and the ice dragon was chasing closely behind the man in the suit. After the body vacated a few meters, the man in the suit seemed to have reached the limit and was no longer able to improve his body. At this time, his body began to fall, and the ice dragon below was waiting for the man with his mouth open. The man in the suit turned cold, suddenly backhanded, a soft sword flashing cold light appeared in his hand. He suddenly took a breath, turned his body down, waved the long sword in his hand, and stabbed the ice dragon directly in the head. Chi chi! Bing Long saw the man in the suit stab him, and suddenly spurted out a jet of ink-colored liquid from his mouth. These liquids were obviously pools of water, and the surrounding air instantly became a bit colder. Facing the black liquid sprayed by the ice dragon, instead of dodging, the man in the suit showed a hint of joy on his face. After rushing through the black liquid, the man in the suit pointed at the long sword, condescendingly, and directly stabbed the ice dragon's head, obviously rushing towards the dragon crystal. Clang! There was a sound of metal colliding, and I saw a burst of fire. The ice dragon was unharmed, and the man in the suit was faintly numb from the shock. With the power of this sword, the body of the man in the suit rose again, but at this time his face was full of solemnity. This ice dragon is so tyrannical that it cannot be hurt at all. Even if there are some scars, it can be repaired quickly. After all, this ice dragon is just a pile of ice cubes. In such cold weather, cracks in the ice cubes can also be quickly repaired. A freezing. The man in the suit rose again with the power of a sword, but after exhausting his body, he fell back again. This time, he planned to attack the ice dragon again in the same way. But this time, the ice dragon did not spit black liquid, but his whole body suddenly bulged, and then his tail slammed towards the man in the suit. The ice dragon's tail, with a whistling sound, moved towards the man in the suit. The man in the suit looked horrified, but he couldn't use his strength in mid-air. He could only hold a soft sword and desperately resist the ice dragon's attack. Sweep the tail! Bang! With a muffled sound, the man in the suit was directly pulled out and fell heavily on the shore, his face extremely ugly, but the man in the suit still climbed up slowly by will. Seeing this scene, both David and Qin Xiaoxian, who was hiding in the dark, couldn't help but gasp. This man in a suit is of Wu Zong's strength, but facing the ice dragon, he was swept out by a tail, which shows that the strength of this ice dragon is extraordinary. Looking at the ice dragon in the air, David stretched out his hand, and the dragon-slaying sword appeared in his hand. Facing the ice dragon, David wanted to go all out, but I didn't dare to be careless. Seeing that David took out his weapon, Qin Xiaotian was a little anxious. Second brother, this kid David may have to do something, we can't let him take Long Jing. No one is allowed to move. Qin Xiaoxian stopped Qin Xiaotian, who was about to rush out. The reason why Qin Xiaoxian didn't move was because he knew that David couldn't defeat the ice dragon so easily. As for the man in the suit, when he saw that David wanted to do something to Bing Long, his eyes narrowed slightly, and he began to mutter something. As the man in the suit kept spitting out the notes, the pool of water that had just calmed down boiled again. It seemed that the man in the suit did not want David to do anything to Bing Long. The waves splashed, and countless black mist rushed towards the man in the suit. After reaching the front, all the black mist soon got into the body of the man in the suit. Chapter 839. Watching the black energy keep moving towards the man in the suit, Bing Long also began to become a little irritable. Soon, the black energy above the man in the suit slowly converged into a huge fist, and the man in the suit stared at his feet and walked directly towards the ice dragon. Bing Long didn't show weakness, he called out twice, opened his bloody mouth and walked towards the man in the suit. I saw that the two sides were crisscrossed and the battle was together, and everyone on the shore couldn't help but retreat, fearing that it would affect themselves. Only David stood still and watched, his brows tightly together. The strength of this evil cultivator actually exceeded David's imagination. I didn't expect this guy's skills to be so powerful, and the hidden depth was really deep enough. At this moment, Cheng Kun and Xian Yuankai also brought people to look for them, and when they saw the scene of the man in the suit fighting with the ice dragon in the air, their faces became very ugly. Bang! With a muffled sound, the man in the suit followed the Bing Long back involuntarily, but it was obvious that the man in the suit suffered a little more, because at this time he had already been sent flying by the Bing Long. The man in the suit fell to the ground, his face as white as a piece of paper, and blood was constantly spurting out of his mouth. And the ice dragon didn't seem to be seriously injured. With one blow, the entire body fell directly back into the water. Gradually the lake surface returned to calm, and everyone looked at the man in the suit solemnly. Second brother, it's broken. This guy can't fight the ice dragon. It seems that he can't escape. What should we do? Qin Xiaotian saw that the man in the suit was injured, and knew that this guy would definitely not be able to escape. After all, Cheng Kun and Xian Yuankai also came, and they could not watch an injured evil cultivator leave. Qin Xiaoxian was silent, and his face changed constantly. He didn't know how the man in the suit was injured, and he didn't dare to go out rashly. When Zhao Chuang saw the man in the suit being knocked to the ground, blood was constantly spurting out of his mouth, and a smile appeared on his face. He can finally take revenge now. On the cruise ship, the man in the suit did not give him face, and now is the time to take advantage of his illness to kill him. Zhao Chuang waved his hand, brought a few of his subordinates, and then surrounded the men in suits. The man in the suit saw that Zhao Chuang led people to surround him, and his face changed dramatically. He didn't even need to think about it, he knew that this Zhao Chuang was just here to seek revenge. There are also people from the Perak Gate and the Xian Yuan family who are eyeing them around. The man in the suit knows that if he doesn't work hard, it will be difficult to escape from here. Haha, aren't you very arrogant? How about it, now it's in my hands, I'll let you know what life is better than death in a while. Zhao Chuang looked at the man in the suit and said proudly. Although the man in the suit glared angrily, he was seriously injured at the moment, and he couldn't possibly be the opponent of Zhao Chuang, so he could only let Zhao Chuang yell. Seeing that the man in the suit didn't return his words, Zhao Chuang felt even more happy, raised one foot and stomped on the man's face. Zhao Chuang's action completely angered the man in the suit. As Wu Zong, he was so humiliated by a small master, and the man in the suit did not intend to bear it any longer. Seeing the man in the suit groping on his body, Zhao Chuang thought he was going to dig out some weapon, so he hurriedly took 2 steps back. But when he looked closely, he saw that the man in a suit took out a puppet, and Zhao Chuang couldn't help but feel happy. Paralyzed, how old is he playing with dolls? Zhao Chuang said sarcastically. Ha ha! Zhao Chuang's subordinates also burst into laughter. The man in the suit ignored Zhao Chuang's sarcasm, but held the doll in his hand. After biting the tip of his tongue, a mouthful of blood was sprayed on the doll's body. He was already seriously injured, but the blood spurted out, making the man in the suit even more seriously injured. His face was as pale as paper, and he almost fainted. Chapter 840. And after the doll was sprayed with blood essence, a black smoke rose up, and then a child with a hideous face and 2 fangs appeared. This time, Zhao Chuang and the others were frightened enough. Although they were all warriors, they had never seen such a thing before, so they couldn't help but step back. Back off! David was stunned for a moment when he saw the grim-faced child appearing. He quickly reacted and shouted to Zhao Chuang, "This ghost baby is poisonous, get out of the way." Hearing David's shout, Zhao Chuang and the others retreated. However, there was still one of his subordinates who retreated too slowly, only to see a black shadow flashing past. The ghost baby grabbed directly on the man's shoulder, and 2 fangs stabbed into the body fiercely. What? Zhao Chuang's subordinate screamed in pain. Bursts of yin energy, along with the ghost baby's fangs, directly invaded the person's body. Soon, the Zhao family's whole body turned black, and his eyes were wide open, revealing extreme panic. Slowly, the man stopped shouting, his whole body hunched on the ground, and the ghost baby quickly moved towards the next target. Seeing this scene, whether it was Zhao Chuang, Cheng Kun, or Xian Yuankai, they were all surprised. Even Qin Xiaoxian, who was hiding in the dark, was startled. He didn't expect this evil cultivator to have such strength after being seriously injured. He felt a little scared. He still wanted to fall into the trap and kill this evil cultivator when he left. If he really did it, he was afraid that he would die. At this time, David stared at his feet, and the whole person rose into the air and went straight to the ghost baby. Bang! With a muffled sound, David directly kicked the ghost baby out. The ghost baby fell to the man in the suit, and his breath became very weak. Originally, the ghost baby and the evil cultivator were the same body. Now the man in the suit was seriously injured and his strength was greatly reduced. He forced the ghost baby to be sacrificed again, which once again consumed his life's true essence, so he was one step closer to death. However, it can be seen that the man in the suit also has the heart of mortal death, so he will sacrifice the ghost baby. What the H3LL is this? Zhao Chuang asked David with a terrified face. This is a ghost baby. Every evil cultivator can cultivate his own life ghost baby, but he can only cultivate if he has reached the realm of Wuzong. This guy's ghost baby is so huge, I'm afraid he will reach the realm of 4th grade Wuzong. David frowned. If this guy wasn't injured by the ice dragon, they wouldn't be able to deal with him. The man in the suit slowly got up and suddenly opened his mouth. The ghost baby instantly turned into a puff of black smoke and entered the man's body, and the man in the suit had a new puppet in his hand. The man in the suit put the puppet back in his pocket, then took a deep breath and slowly stepped back. And his eyes looked at the place where Qin Xiaoxian and the others were hiding. Is this how you allied with me? Stand by and reap the benefits of a fisherman. The man in the suit questioned Qin Xiaoxian angrily. Seeing this, David hurriedly exuded divine consciousness, and immediately discovered where Qin Xiaoxian and the others were hiding. Just now David focused his attention on the man in the suit, but he didn't expect that there were still people hiding here. Qin Xiaoxian saw that he couldn't hide, so he led someone out of the hiding place. The man in the suit looked at Qin Xiaoxian with anger in his eyes. What nonsense are you talking about? My Qin family is famous and authentic, How could it be possible to form an alliance with you evil cultivators? Don't slander me. Now that the man in the suit has been seriously injured and has lost its use value, how could Qin Xiaoxian admit to forming an alliance with him? When the man in the suit heard this, his anger burned instantly. Okay, if you go back on your word, you dare to say that you are famous and authentic and shameless.